Hey YouTube and RV fans, wanted to give you a systems check in relationship to my countdown for departure, because it appears that my timeline is on schedule so far. As I said before in previous videos, I'm looking to leave about January 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th. Now some of this is going to be contingent on my brake check. My brake check's December 28th, and if something major is wrong with the brakes, then that's going to delay me. I'm going to probably end up not leaving until March, or perhaps late February, early March. But I'm vacillating a little bit with my location. I'm still going to Louisiana to see my mom for a little while, but I'm not certain I'll be there as long as I thought maybe I would be. I need to go to a state where I can work, and I have a license, so in order for me to work in certain states, I have to have a license to work in those states. So as a result, I may end up going either to North Carolina or to Colorado. In both states I'm licensed, so it'll make it a little bit easier for me in terms of earning some additional income for my travels. But before all of that, you've already seen my video on downsizing, and so the downsizing continues. Made a lot of trips to Goodwill, have a lot more trips to make to Goodwill, and I still have some additional stuff to get taken care of before I leave. However, the big focus today is on the rig and or on my coach, to make sure that it's ready to go. My son and I took it for a nice long drive the other day, and she performed beautifully. Went and finally filled up the propane, so I was able to test all the different systems. So the last system I needed to test that I hadn't tested yet was the furnace, and I tested it on a day that it was really nice and cool. And in fact, it was probably 50 degrees here in Florida, so it was very nice. Turned it on, and immediately jets fired up, and I had this beautiful, beautiful hot air flowing from the vents across the whole undercarriage of the rig. One of the things that's really nice about my rig is that my basement is heated, and that kind of makes it a little bit easier if I do want to do some winter traveling up north. Obviously, I can't do massive low temperatures like 10 or 20 degrees below zero like you would probably get in Alaska, but for the most part it would be sufficient for me if I was to go, let's say, to North Carolina in March, and to the mountains is where I'm from, so it wouldn't be so bad. But the furnace worked flawlessly, and I had some issues once I hooked up the rig again and put water to it, because I've had it unhooked for a while. My faucet in the kitchen decided it was going to break, and it was just going to run. And so I took the faucet apart, tried to fix it, and the faucet was just, it's old and it's plastic, and so some of the parts were just not good. So I ended up going today to Lowe's and buying a new faucet. So let me show you what that looks like. It looks really good. My son and I got that in today, but the faucet works beautiful, and it was tough getting this faucet out of the old faucet out, because the clamps that clamped the faucet on were pretty old. So now I have a nice new Delta faucet, beautiful, runs really good and shuts off nicely. So that was a big chore, but special thanks to my son Alex for his help, because we were down there. We both pulled muscles because of its location. I'm a firm believer that these RV builders love to put things in crazy places so that you have to be a contortionist to get into them. And so this small sink here, in this area here, we were crammed up into this small area here. And I'm a pretty big guy, so cramming my whole shoulders in there is all I can get in. My son's a little bit smaller than I am, so he was able to get more in, but both of us injured our shoulder blade and injured our muscle in there. So I want to show you also that I did get the shower curtain up, and this looks really good. It's a nice shower curtain. It goes along very nicely and works very well for the shower, and so I think this is going to be really good in terms of giving me a little bit more space for the shower. The nice part of it is it just folds in. There you go, just folds in. Very nice. So anyway, that's a nice addition. So let's see, systems check. Still have to replace this meter. Pops and I are going to pull this out and maybe clean the circuitry and see if that helps, but quite frankly, that can be done on the road. I'm not really too concerned about it, and we'll move forward from there. So in terms of what we're doing, we're on track for the trip and for going full time. I'm not as nervous about it as I was. Actually, I'm really rather looking forward to it. I've moved a lot of stuff into the rig, and so at this stage of the game, I think we're looking pretty good. And the engine's good. You know, mechanicals all are fixed and run well. She performed beautiful on the highway. You know, I think I would probably benefit from some sway bars in the front steering, but for the most part, I think she handles really good on the road. You know, the only time I get pushed around is when I'm being pushed by a semi that's coming up on the side of me. And as I was driving back from my trip over the weekend, I had a semi on one side of me and a semi on the other side of me, and I was in the middle lane because the right lane was going into an exit. And this trucker decides he's going to pass me on this side, another trucker passes me on that side, and I'm sandwiched between the two, and you could feel the wobble in the rig. I'm just wobbling. I'm like, oh my God, I'm wobbling. That gave me a moment of stress. But, you know, my big issues are with the brakes. Chico from Rufus and Doofus told me to do a panic test. So I did. I did a panic test, and I squealed the brakes to stop. And all this stuff from the back of the rig ended up at the front of the rig. But I was able to stop fine. So I'm thinking that maybe some of the brake issue is really in my head. But at the same time, I think you have to have confidence. So when I take the rig down to Camping World, I'll have some assurances. The other thing, and the last part of my systems check, is my dualies. Whoever took the tires off before I bought the rig never lined them back up when they put them back on, so I can't get to the inside dualies or the inside tires to check the pressures. So going down to Camping World, I'm going to go ahead and have them align the dualies so I can put my valve extensions on so I can check the pressures. But my pressures right now all seem to look good. So that's it. That's my update for the day, and hope you're continue to watch and continue to subscribe. I'm almost at 300 subscribers, which is unbelievable to me. I thank all of you so much for coming back to my channel every time I post a video, and for watching and for commenting. I so enjoy the comments, and as you can see, I participate a great deal in the comments, so please feel free. Special thanks to RV Lady for subscribing to my channel. So excited to have you, RV Lady. If you guys haven't checked out her channel yet, please do. RV Lady is an inspiration to many RVers, and her slogan is "Be Brave." And RV Lady, I'm being brave every day. Also want to thank Chico from Rufus and Doofus. And Chico, one of my brand new best RV friends. And it's great to, I talk to Chico about every day. We text and talk, and he's just a great guy. And I'm looking forward to meeting him up on the road and moving forward. And of course, I can't end the video without mentioning Shelly from Old Fart New Start. Again, another great friend. And Extrinsic Nomad, I can't wait to see you on the road. I know it's not going to happen this year, but it's going to happen in 2016. So bravo, rock on, and move forward, man. So to all my subscribers, thank you so much. And I really appreciate you coming back to my channel every day. All right, y'all, have a great evening.